B-Rocka Intro, I think for me, it's that drop when it goes into the beat, right? Because everyone was doing, I mean, you had Janet who was doing it, you had TLC who was doing it. Everyone was doing that digital sound at that moment. But there was just this interesting kind of like, oh, okay, we're in the 2000s, but also it still feels very fresh. It felt every time, even now listening to it, it doesn't feel old. And you could really hear Brandy was really like, she was coming, you know?
And I will add also, like, it's great. Usually I skip over this, obviously, because I'm like, I want to get to the meat, if we may. But like you were talking about, this album really does sound fresh, and it was introducing really new sounds. It was using like laser sounds as beats. It was using these like odd synths that were being used before, even in, like you mentioned, Janet and TLC, who were like playing around with that sort of futuristic, androidy kind of world, matrixy almost world, I would say.
Yes, great word.
Even though they were like working with that, those specific sounds that Rodney pulls for this weren't being implemented in those that ended up coming after this album. Another thing to note as well is that this album was being worked on in the same studio that Michael Jackson's Unbreakable was also being worked on.
Oh, how cool.
And Rodney was working on both projects. And so it started incorporating, a lot of those, like you were saying, Y2K kind of bleepy bloppy sounds. And I guess this intro is a great sort of introduction. I love anytime you hear a voicemail thing. I always just wonder, I was like, who listening to this album do they know what this is?
Yes.
And that makes me sad.
Yeah. Yeah.